Welcome back to the channel 40 broke. It doesn't matter how we got here. All that matters is that we get out of here. Here's a list of priorities in a specific order. Cause a lot of times when you are in this situation, we get our priorities wrong. When you are in this predicament, 40 and broke. There are certain things that you should and certain things that you should not do. But everybody will necessarily agree. Number one. Money. Needless to say, when you are broke, the first thing that you will need is money. Some people will say that money can't buy you happiness, but I tell you that it can. You have to be broke in order to realize this. Remember, you won't be on this mission forever. I want you to take 2 to 5 years of your life dedicated on getting ahead in life. After 3 to 5 years, you can see where you stand. There's a reason why hazardous jobs will pay you handsomely. Not everybody is willing to put his life on the line to get a certain amount of money. Think about the army or any other dangerous job. If the job would be easy, everybody would be doing it. When you are 40 and broke, you might consider getting a dangerous job. Something that's a little more risky than you would like in order to get ahead and make up the financial gap that you got by now. I also want you to remember that at times it might be inconvenient. Perhaps you have to work long shifts, or you have to take 2 jobs. Do whatever it takes. As I said before, it won't be forever, it's temporarily. But you gotta put it all on the line right now. Bet on yourself and try to get as much money as possible, as soon as possible. When you get your money right, you can focus on other things. But numero uno, the number one most important thing is get your money right. Left or right. At some point, you might even have to put your life at risk. All that matters is that you get your pockets full of cash right now. Number 2, health. This is why I told you that the list would be kinda controversial. A lot of people will say that health comes before money. And that's true when you are not broke. But when you are broke, something's gotta give. You gotta make a sacrifice. And at this point, you might even have to sacrifice your health. You won't be the first man and you definitely won't be the last to do this. When you got your money right, you can start thinking about your health. Now, let's get one thing straight. Health, indeed, is something that can't be bought. We all know people who got sick and would give all their money to get better, even though their illness can't be cured. And even though all the money in the world can't buy you health, we have to remember, we will all die one day. When you are 40, you are halfway there already. If God has mercy on your soul, you might get another 40 years. But for all we know, we only get 20 years. We don't have time to wait anymore. We might as well risk our health right now to get ahead in life. We will die anyway. I won't ever tell you to neglect your health. This is why I tell you to quit smoking, drinking, abuse substances, and I tell you to exercise and keep your mental health in check as much as possible. Fight your depression as much as possible. First, make sure that you got your money right so you can get your health right. They will go hand in hand either way. Number 3, relationships. To allude to the first 2, money and health comes first. After that, we can think about our relationships with other people. If you are anything like me, you might have prioritized relationships with people over the other 2 things, and you only maneuvered yourself in a worse position. Perhaps you put it all on the line for women, like I did in the past, only to end up broke, 40, and lonely either way. I know there's a lot of men in this situation who went through horror divorces or got several children with women that they don't even see anymore. We thought that we would build a legacy, but we ended up broke, heartbroken, and defeated by life. This is why you should think about your relationships with people and how important it is to you. It's important, but not the most important thing. When your life is going well on autopilot, then you might start thinking about prioritizing relationships with people. That's why I put it on the 3rd place. I can tell you right now, not a lot of people will be fond on this. A lot of people will look at you strangely when they see that you are prioritizing yourself over other people. But you gotta be egoistical right now. It's all about you. This should not be about how other people view you or think about you. It should only be about you and how you think about yourself. Relationships are important. Human beings are social beings and we need other people to get ahead. But we should never count on other people to carry us or to drag us out of this. We gotta do it ourselves. Number 4, hobbies. After all is said and done, then you might start thinking about relaxation. We can't work all the time. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. We need rest and relaxation. Sometimes we need a positive distraction in life in order to get some rest and to reload our battery. It's just a fact of life. But you gotta be honest with yourself. When you are 40 and broke, you might have given in to distractions way too easy. Distractions such as gaming, LeBron, hanging out with friends, partying, just a few examples. A lot of people want to have fun and then put in the work. And you might have tried this, but you see what it brought you. It brought you here, being 40 and broke. At this point, it's all about dedication and the grind. So your hobbies, having fun and relaxation is still important, but not the most important thing. Gaming is a great example. You might think that you are having fun, and you might have to a certain degree, but on the other hand, you're wasting time with this so-called hobby. Having fun is not as innocent as it seems. Another thing, your hobbies are important. Never be ashamed of your hobbies. Even if you like to build Lego or play with trains, that's completely on you. Whatever your hobby is, never be ashamed of this. But first make sure that you got your priorities straight. Now if you're still rocking with me, your time and attention is highly appreciated. Please consider to give me a like and a subscription and drop a comment so we can keep the channel growing. Shalom.